This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zappos, the home for the Cougar Coaches Show, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Live from Zappos alongside Cougar head coach Nick Rolovich, here's the voice of the Cougars, Matt Chazanow.
It is that time of the week. It's great to be with you. We are live here at Zappos talking ball with Coach, as we always do on Thursday. Coach, you got yourself another tough road game here at Cal, but I want to go back a little bit to Salt Lake City. Tight ball game, and you're up 13-10 late. Came down to a couple of late plays. What were your post-midweek assessment in retrospect of what happened in Rice-Eccles Stadium against the Utes?
Well, I don't know if it was a couple late last plays. I think there were missed opportunities throughout that game, especially in the first half, to get some touchdowns, to put a little more pressure on. We struggled in the red zone, struggled on third down. I thought our guys played very hard. I actually enjoy playing at Utah. I thought it was a good environment. I thought they did a nice job with their stadium. And that's a team that's coached by a well-respected man who, when he says the first thing is, you got some tough kids, and that means they played hard, they fought hard. Of course, we want the win. I get it, and that's the ultimate goal. But for us to continue to fight and play that whole game, that was. I think we made progress.
Yeah, Kyle Whittingham has the respect of all the coaches in the pack. It seems like everybody who talks about Coach Whittingham holds him in really high regard. And it's a newly renovated Rice-Eccles Stadium. You mentioned what they did with the stadium, a really good environment. 50,000 plus were noted there as in attendance.
There was 50,000 there?
It was noted 51, like 48 something. I forget the exact number. Yeah, that was what it said. But you never, those things are always a little bit inexact. But that was the spirit of it. It was pretty loud there. Late arriving crowd, nice day. But like you said, maybe some missed opportunities. And
I think there were. Not just maybe. I think there were.
What do you think you're working on this week to try to resolve that? What did you see that was missed, and then what did you talk to the guys about and trying to get prepped here to shore things up? Because that was a very different ball game than USC, which was a far more lopsided second half. That was a tight second half there against the Utes.
It was a tight second half. A play like the fumble on the goal line when the defense, just to hang in there in that last couple inches to get a fumble. I think that shows character. I think we missed a lot of opportunities on offense, just some throws in the front side of some things we could have taken them and got the ball out. I think one thing that happened, we watched it as a whole offense, and I think there's accountability in front of everybody was important. There's some frustration when you only score 13 points and don't win a close ball game. But when you're able to show it to each position group and everyone, okay, I should have done this there, and that could have been a change in the game. This could have been a change. And not attacking, just being honest. And I think it was good. It was healthy for the offensive staff and the players to be there and listen to that.
You mentioned that fumble force there at that 1 yard line. That was a huge moment in the game. And the Cougs have been toward the top of the pack and the nation in forced fumbles. Is that a mentality? Are you practicing that? Is that just being opportunistic and what's come your way? What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's opportunistic, but I know it's practiced. It's preached. By Coach Dickert and the defense. They do it in practice. They, sometimes people or players do we really need to do this all the time, every day? They really believe, and now they're seeing that ball rip out. I mean, I think 7 balls got on the ground or something by the stat sheet. But it wasn't just in the Utah game. There's balls been coming out and ripped out, throughout the season. So it's a real ownership from the defensive players, and I'm glad they're seeing some of the fruits of their labor and passion kind of come out and show up on the football field.
It's one of those statistics that is a direct link to results often. When you force a lot of turnovers, when you recover a lot of fumbles, when you hang on to the ball, when you're plus in that turnover margin, it seems very regularly to result in a lot of wins, maybe more directly than some other statistics. What do you think?
Probably. I want to say we got some stats on that. I want to say if you're plus 3, you got like a 91% chance to win.
That's amazing. Wow.
I don't quote me on that now. I got to go look at the stat book.
Sure. Yeah, but that's the spirit of it. Yeah, I mean that's not the first time I've heard that kind of thing. That if you get 2 or 3 turnovers, you're plus 2, plus 3 in the ball game. Very roughly, right? You get about 10 chances to score. If you take 2 of those away, then you're probably going to win the ball game. It seems like, and that's something that you guys have been really good at. Cougs have been excellent at this year.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's good to see. And it's not just ripping at the ball. They're running to the ball. They are in position when. And I think Andrew Edson was the biggest. I'm not going to say the biggest inspiration, but he practiced that way all training camp. And early in the first game when that ball came out and he jumped on it, that was just some more evidence of doing things the right way. I think that was some real positive reinforcement for the other players. And I think they've also helped the offensive players or ball carriers and special teams to realize and practice ball security and not getting lazy with it.
Hey, Andrew Edson has been one of the most productive freshmen in the pack and the country. He's 7th right now in the pack in tackles for loss. You mentioned him. I've heard from multiple players, 4 of the guys who've come on this show, and then somebody else at practice. He's outworking a lot of guys in practice. That's what they said. Have you seen that reflected also? And do you think that's why he's had such success here this freshman year?
I would strongly agree with that. A lot of guys work hard, but I'm not sure there's anybody that could confidently say that they're always working harder than Andrew Edson. It's just a really good thing when a guy loves football, loves his teammates, loves his opportunity to be a Coug and play. He's living his dream, and he's not waiting until junior year to turn it on. He turned it on the minute he got into Whitman County, and it's been that way. He knows one speed. And maybe he's just wired that way, and he's a unique individual. But he is he's impressive to be around, and it's not like he does that. And I mean, he's well-rounded person, and the kind of you want in your community.
6'4", 238. He's from Snoqualmie, and you said he's living his dream. He's an in-state kid. When he was recruited, a lot of the coaches that we spoke with on that signing day situation, that show, they were really excited about him. But since he's gotten here, has he exceeded expectations even maybe?
Yes, I would say so. It's hard to ask a freshman to, attack it the way he did. I don't think it's hard to expect that from all freshmen because there's so many things in their lives that are changing. But he is going to be one I know that we will point to, and whether he starts getting gray hair in his senior year, and he still, I have no doubt that he'll still be playing the same way, practicing the same way. He's a 5-year example of the evidence it takes to be a great football player, and that's in itself is invaluable for all the other hundreds of young men that come through this program in 5 years.
And he is just one of a number of freshmen, really, who have broken out. The other that really sticks out here is Dejon Stribling. He caught his first touchdown in Salt Lake City. He's looked the part since day one, and now he's getting those results in pack play. He didn't do a ton in the opener. He only had a couple of grabs, but he's looked really good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we got the outside receivers involved a little bit more, which was good. His value, again, another good young man, has a work ethic, has a desire, has an appreciation for this opportunity. Possibly, I don't know if anybody. I mean, we get the catapult from a bunch of people donated some money so we can get this catapult system. He may be in, and Coach Dwayne Bradshaw may be able to take you through it a little bit more specifically. But as far as workload and what he does consistently day in and day out, DeJon Stribling, his numbers are always up there. So, and that's because of how much presence he has on special teams. He's not only running routes and 9 routes and post routes and whatever in practice. Every special teams period, he's in the mix somewhere. So those are 2 really good young freshmen that you're able to speak about, and I hope every Coug gets a chance to meet those 2 in person, because they'll feel how genuine they are and how proud they are to have them representing their university.
Playing great ball and practicing so hard. Can we go one more? Let's go for a third true freshman, a guy who had his well, the biggest hit of the year was on special teams to date.
Francisco Maulingoa?
Yeah, Francisco Maulingoa I think it was Britton Covey, just crushed him. I mean, decleated him. He has looked great in practice. Francisco is the younger brother of Freddie, who actually was drafted or signed by the Bengals, who are on TV right now. And Freddie had a great career here, really soft-spoken, really, really respectful and kind, very bright. Freddie was a very smart kid and called out a lot of really good plays there at the center spot. Now his brother Francisco, he's been great in practice, but, boy, he showed his stuff there a little bit on that special teams play.
Well, I think you're right. He's another one. He's going to have a long future in the middle, making a ton of tackles. Explosive, like you mentioned. There's been multiple kickoffs where he's shown up as I'm not sure if he's 18 or he's 19, but as a true freshman, he does not look out physical out there. Actually, he is. He looks more than capable of being a Pac-12 football player physically. Really, and interesting that you said that about his brother, who you would assume as a center is very smart. But I think Francisco's got a lot of good football IQ, and his ability to come into the system. And I know Coach Dickert's has mentioned him multiple times. This kid really knows football, and kind of mild-mannered, like. A lot of Polynesian kids and kids from Samoa, there's a huge respect factor. But when they get to play and when they get to put the pads on, their presence is known. And he's another one that's really fun to be around. Yeah, you should get those 3 together on, and because you'll get a heavy dose of humility and a lot of smiles. And you can just look in their eyes and you see, there's 3 kids living their dream right now, and that's a beautiful part of this game.
I love to hear that. Yeah, it was really fun to see someone's practice work translate so emphatically onto the field, and hear that it's also that way in the film room, and that he's kind of taken after his brother. I think they have a very highly recruited younger brother, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't know how much. I don't think we can really get into that kind of thing here on the air, but there's a whole.
You can, I can't.
right, exactly. Well, we love the Maulingoa family here on the Palouse. We'll put it that way. No doubt.
I do too. They have a lot of characteristics like Shaw was able to portray last year when he first got here. Shaw Smith. They play like they're in the street, like they're playing with their friends at the park. They love the game, and 3 really good kids you mentioned there.
Yeah, there's a lot of joy in the way they play out there.
How it's supposed to be.
Shaw Smith-Wade's got 5 tackles this year. He's been a good player. Sophomore, technically, although the COVID year last year is sort of irrelevant. So this is really one of his. He's got
another one. Another one that fits in that category as a young one is Joey Holbert.
Yeah. You've liked what you've seen from Joey.
Huge. He's kind of like Strib with a lot of presence on special teams. has gotten in there at slot and had a few catches. But what you notice about Joey is he gets his catches, and he can get vertical and get some yards after catch. He's a durable body with some real detail in the offense. He loves, again, another kid who loves football. And some of these young ones that are around, making plays, it's nice to hear that you want that to happen every year. 4 or 5 guys that you really are counting on, and you see a real bright future for the program.
It is fun to see how it all shakes out and how fall camp translates into the game with the youth of the team. We're up against it. Need something to smile about? Try taking home your share of millions in jackpots at Northern Quest. That'll do it every time. Northern Quest, now playing, now paying. We'll take a break talking ball here with Coach Rolovich as we roll on here. It's Cal Week, a road game coming up. We're live here at Zeppo's.
Our goals aren't as out of reach as we once thought because things are coming back. And if there's anything we've learned, it's that there's no time like the present. At U.S. Bank, we take the time to understand you, to help you get to where you really want to be by getting to the root of any financial obstacle so you can move forward. Because side by side, there's no telling how far you'll go. U.S. Bank, we'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, Kook fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. The biggest schools.
Grabs in traffic, comes down with it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Alabama! Ohio State. Oregon. LSU.
The biggest moments.
Incomplete! You cannot hit the line! Michigan! Game over! Touchdown, Gators! How much?
This is the College Football Rewind.
That had to be a great game to watch. I'll tell you, unbelievable.
Download on Sunday mornings on Apple Podcasts. Search College Sports now.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Somersaults in, football first touchdown!
U.S. Bank. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Washington and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Live from Zeppo's with Coach Rolovich. Here's Matt Chazanel.
Back at it live here with Coach Rolovich. We're talking ball here live at Zeppo's, getting set for Cal. 2:30 kick on Saturday, a 12:30 airtime with Derek Dyson, Grady Emerson, and the Cougs are taking on the Golden Bears in Berkeley. We've got write-in questions here for you, Coach. And actually, we've got one from Mark in Riverside, who's here for the show. Great to see Mark.
Is Mark the guy that drives up all the time?
Mark drove here from it's actually a little bit of a point of contention. He came to me and said, that's not totally true, but we're not going to out the secret here on the show. So we're just going to kind of it's a combination of a fact error embedded within a falsehood, something like that. How about that?
I respect the driving ability.
Yeah, he's a fantastic driver from Riverside. He asks, he says, Coach, scout team players are the unsung contributors each week. Which scout team member in every facet of the practices this week performed exceptionally well?
Gavin Bartheel,
okay.
I think, is another young linebacker who is showing up. Jack Beresford, with his effort, it's fun to see him and his brother go at it at practice.
That's fun.
Jaden Hall has shown up in the secondary. I know Chris Irvin's giving a good look over there at quarterback. Jack Wilson is getting some good reps, working against the first team D line. I saw Trey Horner make a heck of a play on a jump ball. Just when I turned over to the defense, I saw that there's some young receivers who they've really, because there's some really talented DBs that they get to go against, and I think they've taken that as a challenge. I think it's not a chore. It's an opportunity to go against Jalen Watson and Derek Langford and Chris and Shaw and Caleb and Isom and Marsh. I mean, they're taking it the right way, and that's how you're right. They are the unsung heroes, but some people don't always take it as an opportunity to go against the best offense and defense they have and use it as a way to get better. But I'm seeing a lot of enjoyment doing it. You're getting up, you're going to play football, you're going to play the best Cougs we got and make them better. And here's the best part about it. The starters, the ones and twos, they understand the importance of what the scout team is doing. What it takes as a mentality to do that every day and take some pride in it. So there's an appreciation for what they do also.
Guys work super hard, and I can personally vouch for that. Thanks to Mark for that question. Great to see Mark from Riverside.
Drive safe, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Got to stay safe behind the wheel. Hey, we've got to do kind of a special in-person shout-out here. Strength coach Rich Guasio is here at Zeppos. Getting a round of applause, by the way, and a hand up in the air.
Round of applause.
100%.
Hey, listen, everybody should go ask Rich about the catapult. Ask him about some of the numbers. I think it's really interesting. If you're a stats person or like to hear about it, Richie will tell you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're on a date with I don't know. He's got a big dog too. He's got a big Great Dane, pretty dog.
Does he have a big dog? Yeah, I think he is on a date right now at the back table.
If anybody there has some real interest on the catapult system, Richie is our specialist and is really done a consistent job in the reports that come, and he's a very valued member of our staff, and I like how he's owned that catapult, and he does a great job for us.
Let's go one step back, Coach. We've talked about this a few times here. What is the catapult system?
The catapult is kind of the GPS tracking system that the players wear that was donated. There was a bunch of people that put some money up maybe a year ago so we could get that for the guys. Tracks their total distance, their player load, change in direction, deceleration, acceleration, high-speed yards, which I believe is over 12 yards or 12 miles per hour. Rich, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Thumbs up from
Rich.
Yeah, confirm.
How many R's or how many yards does the player run at high speeds? That's the high-speed yards. But really, I'm kind of a stat guy too, but to keep track of what you do on a Tuesday, what you do on a Wednesday. And Strib is one of the ones me and Richie were talking about the other day. Can we start getting Zion Nunnally some of his reps at receiver so we can take a little bit off his legs because of his contributions at special teams. So it's a fantastic tool. Very appreciative of the people that gave for these guys, and Richie's like the catapult sorcerer. So,
Coach, I've taken the liberty here. We've taken this next level. I've thrown Rich on headset right now. So
you should mute me. You listen to him. He knows.
So, Rich, you actually have a question that you wrote in here for Coach. It's got your name on it. Do you want to read it to Coach?
I think that was a question from actually my fiance.
Oh, your fiance. So you're not going to take credit for this?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So Rich's fiance, Abby, fantastic Learfield employee, wants to know how much you can deadlift, Coach. That's not a Rich question, though. He wants to.
No, I see Rich every morning. He's already in the weight room getting his work done when I come in the door. So I don't know if I could max. Like I said, I'm an odd-shaped human being. Probably more than necessary as far as top heavy. I like to see. Let's just say 225.
That's good. Yeah, we can leave it at that. Yeah, that's a good number. Nothing. A couple of plates on each side. That's
before I shoot my kneecaps out.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But we got a few more write-in questions for you. And by the way, for those watching and listening, Rich Goracio. I apologize. Rich Goracio, strength coach here for the Cougs, does a fantastic job, as Coach Rolovich is saying.
Ask him some catapult questions. Let him describe the catapult.
So catapult's kind of strapped on the guys. I've seen the guys wearing these kind of black undergarment almost. It's like a shows the midriff, but it goes around the sternum. Is that right?
Yep. So when we don't have pads on, they'll wear like you said, just a black undergarment. The unit sits actually right between their shoulder blades. And so
what is it?
It's literally just a tiny little unit, probably about that big right there.
Piece of plastic?
Yeah, piece of plastic, yeah. And so what it has inside of it has an accelerator or accelerometer, gyroscope, and a GPS system all in one, all inside of it right there. So when you're outside, you actually connect to the GPS, the satellite, and you can tell that's how you get yardage, everything like that. With the gyroscope and the accelerometer, obviously you can get changes of directions, things like that, measures the magnitude, all those things. So it's been, the depth that you can go into with all the data you get and all the measurements is kind of insane. You can almost drive yourself crazy with how much.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Give me your is there a guy who jumps out? Your coach was mentioning DeJohn Stribling. Is there a catapult guy? Like, wow, these numbers are freaky. This guy, is Edson the hardest worker by numbers?
Edson definitely is up there with the bigs and big skill. Shaw, he's up there quite a bit. He's so active on special teams, everything else like that. I'm going to embarrass him a little bit, but Armani Marsh and Daniel Isom both are up there all the time with their workloads.
We'll have those guys on live here later on the show.
Always hustling around.
Yeah.
But, Stribling, he puts up some crazy acceleration numbers too. So
love it.
It's, yeah.
Hey, Richie, what's our high speed of the year?
That's a great question.
Our high speed of the year.
How about in season and then in the summer? Is it different?
Yep, so it actually is different. So in the summer, it was Max Borghi with 23.5 miles an hour. And then
almost broke the speed limit.
Yeah.
You almost got to give him a ticket in Colfax.
And then
you can't run. Max Borghi can barely run through Colfax.
Yeah, barely run
we
through
should get a shirt. We should get a shirt made.
Yeah. He can barely run through. He's going to get a ticket in Colfax.
And then so far in the season, I think it's a tie between Caleb Ford DeMent and Javensly Bazil.
Yeah.
Both hit, I believe, like 21.7 miles an hour on kickoff. So
wow.
those have been the two highest. Max came really close on that the run he broke against Utah State.
The old 68-yarder right there.
I think he hit like 20.9, something like that, but it was really close.
That's fun to think about. I keep thinking about a car driving down that sideline there at 20 miles an hour.
It's nuts.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely insane.
Hey, we've got some rapid-fire questions. Rich, we're going to include you on these.
Why don't you get Rich in? Yeah, get Rich in this one.
Coach, let's start with you. What's your favorite?
Wait. Ask Richie his dog. What's your dog's name, Rich?
What's your dog's name?
His name's Bogey.
Bogey?
Bogey.
Is that a golfer? What's
my fiance's a golfer, actually.
Is that right? Abby's a big golfer?
Yeah, huge golf fan. Big time into golf.
Love that.
Huge dog. How much your dog weigh?
180 pounds.
That is a big dog.
Yeah.
That's a big dog.
He's enormous, and he has no idea how large he is.
He likes to jump on it.
Always interesting.
Boom. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big dog. All right, Coach, what's your favorite? This is a write-in question. What's your favorite movie?
Mine would be Boondock Saints, followed by Usual Suspects and Snatch.
Love it. Love Snatch. Underrated movie, Brad Pitt. Rich?
Rich has got a big dag.
Do you like digs? You got a 180-pound dig. Goodfellas, great choice. Rich goes with Goodfellas, classic. You excited about the new Sopranos?
Yeah.
Many Saints.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun. Okay, Coach, what's one thing, again, another write-in question, what's one thing you love talking about that you haven't been asked about lately? Probably should ask you that more often. That's a good question I can have in my toolkit when we're trying to hit a time post.
Traditional Irish music.
No. Really?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
I know you did.
That's really I guess
I got others there too. That,
is that like I don't know about traditional Irish music.
Yeah.
No, I'm
it's good. It's good fun. I'm actually a decent singer. I'm not a good singer. I'm actually probably it's more of an entertainment.
I mean, you got a microphone. You got a microphone in front of your face right now. I mean, we could test this out live on the air if you're so bold.
Not via Zoom.
Okay.
It's just it's not the same.
Fair enough. We'll hold that for later. We'll hold you to it.
This is going to be a very strength coach answer, but I actually just recently got a new lifting belt. I'm pretty excited about. So
awesome.
I got to find ways to bring that up in conversation. So
I love it. I love that. Coach, I know your answer.
Some creatine.
You got to cycle that off, though. You can't keep going. Hey, Coach, I know this is another write-in, and we're getting up against it. We got to get Armani and
yeah, they're more interesting anyway. Those two guys deserve it. Go ahead.
I'm excited, but this is the last one. So, Coach, the question is what position you play. Now, we know that you are going to play the QB spot because that's what we're going to do. Rich, what position would you play? If I may be so presumptuous, Coach, as to answer that for you, I believe quarterback is the obvious choice here.
That was my only chance to get on a football field with the lack of athleticism that I was blessed with. So,
well, the big arm is worked for you for sure. What about you, Rich?
Chance.
During my pretty prestigious college career, I played a couple different positions.
Okay.
Most notably,
where'd you play?
Center, guard, and fullback.
Where?
Actually,
Where'd you play?
University of Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Love it.
The University of Sioux Falls.
The University of Sioux Falls. What's the coldest game you've played in the University of South Dakota?
0 degrees.
Yeah, like a straight zero.
Yes,
like a real zero.
I think the wind chill was below 30.
Oh.
Because we're right in the southeast corner of South Dakota, so there's no mountains, nothing like that. So it's just straight wind all the way across.
Did
it's
you
brutal.
go sleeves or no? Were you the tough guy with the no sleeves?
Oh no, I was bundled up. Yeah. I was bundled up. You can't. I mean, I just don't know how people inhabit that place. So.
Got to be tough.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for the time as always.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that was it right there.
Hey, Richie should come around more often. That guy can.
Guy's a legend. Guy's a local legend.
Yeah, that's right.
Snatch, clean, and jerk. Teaching all the guys the best lifts. Knows how to do it. He's being humble. Hey, yeah.
Enjoy those two guys you got down there.
We'll do it.
We wouldn't be where we are without them.
We'll
They're
do
wonderful.
it. We'll do it. Thank you, Coach. Thanks for the
Thanks,
time.
Chad.
Hey, huge round of applause for Rich here also. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, buddy. Rich, we sprung this on him, so he wasn't expecting it. Rich Garasio, our strength coach here, one of the strength coaches here with the Cougs. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We're talking Cal, getting prepped for Cal. We've got Daniel Isom and Armani Marsh coming up next.
No matter how fast you are, you can't outrun your past. Don't miss Vin Diesel and John Cena in F9, The Fast Saga, now available at Redbox. The next chapter in the high-octane Fast and Furious franchise finds Dom Toretto living a quiet life off the grid, but knows danger always lurks just over the peaceful horizon. This time, that threat forces him to take his team on a worldwide ride with high-stakes action, old friends, and a surprising new foe, Dom's forsaken brother, Jacob. Watch F9, The Fast Saga, and make it a Redbox night. Visit redbox.com for all the ways to watch.
This fall, Northern Quest will bring you Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer. Real sports wagering in an exciting environment where you'll be able to bet, watch, and win like never before. Here's how to get ready. Practice sitting on the edge of your seat. Invest in a good blood pressure cuff. Okay. And remove any non-essential wallet clutter. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer. Coming this fall to Northern Quest.
You're listening to the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
If a buried natural gas pipeline is leaking outside your home, you may see dead vegetation, hear a hissing noise, or smell it. Because Avista adds a rotten egg scent that's easily detectable. If so, get far away and call 911 and Avista. And if you ever smell a natural gas leak indoors, get everyone outside fast. Don't flip light switches, use a cell phone, or do anything to cause a spark. Go somewhere safe, like a neighbor's house, then call 911 and Avista. We just want you to be safe.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums to 21 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines. Nonstop service is available to Atlanta, Boise, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Everett, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Oakland, Orange County, Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, San Diego, San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle. And starting November 22nd, Phoenix Mesa. For real-time flight arrival and departure information, go to SpokaneAirports.net.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back at it live here at Zeppo's, and we are really pleased to be joined here by a couple of the DBs. We've got Armani Marsh, we've got Daniel Isom. It is that time of the show where we're scheduled to talk about Cal. We'll do that in just a moment. First, thank you guys for throwing the headsets on. Daniel Isom, Armani Marsh. You guys have come here to the Palouse from very different origins. You're from different parts of the country. Armani, you're a Spokane kid. Daniel, where'd you grow up?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. And then by way of where did you come here onto the Palouse?
So I came from junior college, Iowa Western Community College.
Wait a minute, you skipped a step, though, before that.
Oh, yeah, I went to Northern Illinois before that, Northern Illinois University.
Yeah, which is a good MAC program.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's DeKalb, and now you're here on the Palouse. And you guys aren't roommates, are you? No. Okay, so I didn't know how much you guys were together, other than making tackles together out there on the field. So what does Cal show you? You're getting set for the Golden Bears. Armani, I'll start with you. Chase Garbers has been there a while. Nico Remigio has been there a while. A little bit banged up. See if he goes. But Christopher Brooks, he was the running back a couple of years ago. What did they show you?
Yeah, definitely. Great quarterback. Great running back. Great wide receivers. They like to run the ball, establish the run game, and they like to pass it too. So we're just looking out for both of those.
Yeah, they'll take some shots. Christopher Brooks is 6'1", 235. Damian Moore is 5'10", 220. He's been their lead back. Daniel, does this give you an opportunity to have some hits here in this ball game? You're seeing a Cal team that with some pretty big backs. You get a chance to take a bigger guy down.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. They got a lot of big personnel. Cal usually has a lot of good guys on scholarship. So looking forward to getting in there and mixing it up.
Yeah, Armani, you and I spoke a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Right.
And one of the things you said is that you like playing in the box. You like it. The tight ends, they'll go 2-3 tight ends, 240-pound guys. You like that, though.
Definitely. Yeah, I do.
Why?
I like getting in the box. I'm just a physical player. I like to tackle, and
This is the sport for you. Daniel, what about you?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Getting in the box is like just where a lot of real football happens. You got leverage blocks, spill blocks. You got to fit a running back up. It gets physical in there. So
you've moved around. Armani, you've been a nickel for the most part, the staple there. Daniel, you've shifted around. You started at corner, or started at nickel and then gone to corner. Now you're at safety. You kind of moved around. How different are the hits out there? How different is it mentality? How different is it for you when you're on the boundary? And how much mental shifting have you had to do kind of bouncing around positions that way?
Yeah, it's not too much different. It's all football, but the main thing is like just being kind of outside at corner. You do a lot more contain in the ball. The tackles are a little bit easier from a standpoint of just a player might not have a two-way going. You got help from the sideline.
What do you mean by two-way?
He could just move. He could run the ball. He got a decision to make a move this way or that way. Sometimes as a corner, you kind of got the sideline to help you out. So it's just it's little small differences, but at the end of the day, it's all football.
Yeah, so. It's all the same deal. Armani, you've been there at that nickel spot. What do you love about that? I know sometimes it changes. That nickel spot will move around. Sometimes it's in the box. Sometimes it's outside. The player who had it most regularly before you was Shalom Luwani. He was all over the field. He was doing all kinds of things. What's it like for you there in that nickel spot there?
Yeah, I love it. I just like the versatility of it. Like we talked about, you're in the box or, you're out in coverage and you're rolling down. I just like, being able to do all those different types of things,
Sure.
Be in the run game, but also cover like a corner.
I think you get a chance this Saturday. I think that seems like it's part of the game plan there. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got to take a couple quick breaks here. We're live with Daniel Isom and Armani Marsh getting set for Cal.
We at Boeing are excited to celebrate with the fans and community at the annual Boeing Apple Cup Series. Get ready to experience the sights and sounds of a classic rivalry in person again. So whether you're cheering for the Huskies or the Cougars, Boeing sees the whole state of Washington as one united team because we go further together. Boeing, proud to sponsor the Boeing Apple Cup Series and support our employees across Washington.
This Cougar football tailgating moment is brought to you by Canoe Ridge Vineyards, proud partner of Washington State University Athletics. For this week's football matchup against Cal, smart Cougar tailgaters know to pair award-winning Canoe Ridge wines with a crowd-pleasing pregame meal. Your mealtime roster will score big points with Canoe Ridge wines backing it up. Canoe Ridge Vineyards, representing the best of award-winning Washington wines with more than 73 critical scores of 90-plus points. Come visit us in our Walla Walla tasting room or at canoeridgevineyard.com. Go Cougs!
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Business as usual is a thing of the past, but the entrepreneurial spirit keeps us closing in on our dream. That's why U.S. Bank makes sure solutions are a conversation away, so we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what comes up. Because even in uncertainty, you can be certain we have your back. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball. We're talking actually TV shows off air with Armani Marsh and Daniel Isom. Hey, this affects you guys. Attention student gamers. The $150,000 Next Level Madden National Championship is back. Sponsored by Unilever, supporting Feeding America with 1 million meals this fall. Registration closes October 11th. So be sure to sign up now at levelnextesports.com. I got that wrong on the front end. It's levelnextesports.com. Level Next Madden Championship. So if you guys are good in Madden, I don't know, Armani, you playing Madden?
I play a little bit.
Well, sounds like you got some competition coming your way for a prize there, if should you so choose. We're talking ball here. We're talking all kinds of things. We got Daniel Isom, safety, and nickelback Armani Marsh as we get set for Cal. What are the things that, as we've gone through this season, in some ways it's been a tough year, but in some ways also it's kind of evolving. USC was a really tough second half. Things were really tight in a tough environment in Salt Lake City, and I know you guys are trying to get over that hump, get on the right side of things here at Cal. How much has this team evolved, Armani, from way back, start of fall camp, to now through the season from Utah State? We're a third of the way through the year already.
Yeah, we've evolved a lot, even just from last year. We've only had 8 total games together.
That's amazing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And, just the steps that we've taken, together as a team and built on from last year is amazing.
What do you say, Daniel? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really amazing. Even though we haven't been on the track we wanted to be on, I think just the opportunity to keep playing hard throughout these games and kind of just build an identity with this team has been something that we've enjoyed. So
a chance to do it here in Berkeley. I mentioned before we've got to take a couple quick breaks. We are up against it again, so we'll do another quick one here. Quick segment live here with the nickelback and safety, Armani Marsh and Daniel Isom, live from Zeppos.
No matter how fast you are, you can't outrun your past. Don't miss Vin Diesel and John Cena in F9, The Fast Saga, now available at Redbox. The next chapter in the high-octane Fast and Furious franchise finds Dom Toretto living a quiet life off the grid, but knows danger always lurks just over the peaceful horizon. This time, that threat forces him to take his team on a worldwide ride with high-stakes action, old friends, and a surprising new foe, Dom's forsaken brother, Jacob. Watch F9, The Fast Saga, and make it a Redbox night. Visit redbox.com for all the ways to watch.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums to major centers throughout the West with over 60 daily departures to 21 nonstop destinations served by Alaska, Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontier, Southwest, and United Airlines. Real-time arrival and departure flight information is available at www.spokaneairports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Cougar football from Learfield.
Let's make a tackle up the field to the 40. He could break it 30. Here he goes 20. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Washington State. This place is unhinged. Listen to that crowd.
This is Ducks football.
I can't wait for this thing to happen here today. It is intercepted. Verone McKinley with a pick to the 5. Touchdown, Anthony Brown.
The first Pac-12 North showdown of the year sees the Ducks heading to Stanford Saturday.
Give it to Verdell. Busted up the middle. Here we go.
Kickoff is at 12:30.
Touchdown, C.J. Verdell.
It's all in your home for Ducks football. The Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball with Daniel Isom and Armani Marsh. We're live here at Zeppo's, getting set for a 2:30 kick in Berkeley, California. 12:30 airtime. Derek Dice and Grady Emerson. And then we'll be live up in the booth at high noon there in Berkeley, California. Daniel, if you said that you took pride in one particular part of your game, the thing that you think you're best at, what would that be?
I say covering, probably.
Coverage.
I enjoy
Coverage.
I enjoy lining up, going kind of like mano-a-mano.
What's the hardest part about that? Because you're up against a guy, you're up against some really good pack receivers. In your case now, maybe tight ends or whoever it might be if you're closer to the box.
Yeah.
It's so hard to not get a flag. I feel like it's almost underrated how hard it is to go step for step with these guys. You don't know where they're going, and you got to be right next to them, but you can't touch them.
Yeah, it just starts with first having a plan, and then executing your plan and just having confidence in doing that. That's where it all comes together. So just make sure you know your assignment and then execute it with confidence is what we like to do.
When you say a plan, that's referencing the scout from the week with what that player's tendencies are, right?
Yeah, that referencing what you've seen throughout the week, understanding where your help is at in the coverage. If you got like a high safety or you got a low inside player inside you or something like that, all those things are going to help you be more efficient in your coverage.
Armani, how about you? What's the thing that you'd say that you have a point of pride about in your game, in your craft there as the nickelback for the Cougs?
Yeah, I definitely have to go with coverage too, whether man or zone coverage. As much as I like showing up in the run game.
I was gonna say, but you got all that contact coming in the box.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean that too, but
you forced that fumble in Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
and no doubt about that. That was a heck of a play, by the way.
Thank you.
Really, really good play when the team really needed it too. But coverage, like Daniel said, coverage is kind of your thing. Why is that?
Just kind of like he said, mano-a-mano. Because I always grew up, playing corner or whatever. So that's what you do as a corner. You cover. So, just something I take pride in and, enjoy and think that's, my strength as a DB.
Is part of that also your competitive spirits? Because that's maybe where the highest challenge is. I mean, it's, like I said, I want to reiterate, it's really hard to go step for step at any level. But, I mean,
right.
if someone here at Zeppo's or someone listening goes out in the parking lot, tries to do it with their buddy, they're going to get flagged. You can't do it. It's just really, really hard to do. Is that part of the deal because it's so difficult?
Yeah. Definitely. But just having good technique and, good eyes and, having a plan.
You mentioned good eyes. I'll ask both of you this. We've seen a lot of fans watch NFL and they watch corners. Everyone kind of gets frustrated when guys don't turn their heads. The ball's coming in. Yeah. Why is that so hard? What's so difficult about that?
Sometimes you're just not in phase to look for the ball. So you want to play to your technique. You want to try and play through a receiver's hands. Because when you look back, the ball might come right over your head and you catch it. Then everybody's going to be mad either way.
Right,
so
you can't win.
Yeah, just as a DB, you got to be able to just shrug stuff like that off and play the next play, continue to play your technique, continue to play your assignment. So
You know what I'm saying, Armani? I think it's one of those things that, to Daniel's point, seems like it wouldn't be the hardest part of the coverage, but happens a lot. So it must be super difficult.
Yeah, much more difficult than it looks. And, if you get your eyes around, that's kind of where, if you don't keep your speed up, that's where the separation, you can lose separation.
So if you turn at the wrong time, then the guy might beat you because you've slowed down a little bit.
Definitely. Yeah.
Got it.
Got to make sure you're into your man.
Interesting. All right, we're live here with Daniel Isom and Armani Marsh. This is our final break. We'll take it. We'll come back with our final segment with about 7 minutes to go. It's the Cougs coming up against the Cal Bears.
If you use natural gas, you recognize its blue flame. But natural gas is actually invisible and odorless. That's why Avista adds a rotten egg scent, in case there's ever a leak. If you smell natural gas at home, get outside fast. Don't flip switches or do anything to cause a spark. Go somewhere safe. Call 911. Then Avista. We'll take care of the problem and tell you when it's okay to return. Till then, it's a good excuse to visit the neighbors. Avista. We just want you to be safe.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Back after this local timeout on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
We at Boeing are excited to celebrate with the fans and community at the annual Boeing Apple Cup Series. Get ready to experience the sights and sounds of a classic rivalry in person again. So whether you're cheering for the Huskies or the Cougars, Boeing sees the whole state of Washington as one united team because we go further together. Boeing, proud to sponsor the Boeing Apple Cup Series and support our employees across Washington.
This Cougar football tailgating moment is brought to you by Canoe Ridge Vineyards, proud partner of Washington State University Athletics. For this week's football matchup against Cal, smart Cougar tailgaters know to pair award-winning Canoe Ridge wines with a crowd-pleasing pregame meal. Your mealtime roster will score big points with Canoe Ridge wines backing it up. Canoe Ridge Vineyards, representing the best of award-winning Washington wines with more than 73 critical scores of 90-plus points. Come visit us in our Walla Walla tasting room or at canoeridgevineyard.com. Go Cougs!
Back at it live here, talking football with Armani Marsh and Daniel Isom. Believe we've got about 6 or so minutes to go here, boys, before you guys are cut loose, and then you've got tomorrow. You'll do a little practice in the morning. You'll fly to Berkeley and then take on the Cal Bears Saturday afternoon. Do you guys play other sports recreationally? Do you guys have a sport of choice other than football to stay active? Are you playing basketball? Are you playing golf? Some of the guys are golfers. I know Palouse Ridge is nearby. Daniel, are you a golfer?
Yeah, I golf a lot.
Oh, let's talk.
I'm an avid golfer.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Tell me more about your game. Are you a big hitter? Are you a putter? Are you a short game guy?
I'm pretty much average at it all.
So you're a scratch golfer is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got it.
I like to get out. It's kind of a competitive thing for me. You got to beat yourself. So
yeah,
I'm always trying to play the next round, get better.
Love that. Yeah.
That's what I enjoy
How often do you guys get a chance to go out as a team? In the summer, I saw some of you guys out there. Not too often, right? A little bit busy.
I don't know. I went out a lot with
He's trying to. He can't answer because he
like me and Max Borgi and Cameron Cooper.
Yeah. Might have even seen
Sherm. You. We used to always be out there.
Well, who's the best golfer on the team?
I think Borgi.
Is it Max?
Yeah, I think it's either Cam's pretty good. He probably hits it furthest out of everybody, but I think Max is the most consistent.
Yeah. Armani, what about you? What are you doing for non-football recreation?
I like basketball a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I played basketball growing up. Second favorite sport.
Yeah.
I don't play too much really in season or not really much off season either. But when we're home on breaks, I'll play some pickup with my friends and all that.
Do you have any notable friends that you're playing pickup with? Any guys that we would know up in Spokane, in the Spokane region?
Yeah, Devin Cope.
Okay, all right.
Over there, University of Washington.
Yeah, all right. Are you good? How good are you? Let's be honest. Are you a good basketball player?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good basketball player. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. When you guys are getting set here for Cal, what's the calm down? What's the method in the locker room before you're in the locker room? You're trying to get mentally set, right? It's what time you'll get there? A few hours before kick. It's a 2:30 kick. Let's call it noon Saturday, right? We got just about 60 seconds. Are you music? Are you headphones in? What's the real quick? What are you doing to get mentally prepared?
Me, I kind of like to just kind of calm myself down, and just kind of center myself, right before I pray.
Almost meditative prayer.
And then go into the game and just let loose.
What do you think, Armani? Same deal?
Yeah, I like to, be calm too, but listen to music as well.
Music, guys. Hey, thank you, guys. Thanks for doing this. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Huge thanks to Jared Pranguber, our guy behind the microphone, or behind the camera. Jerry Kylo gets us on the air. Jake Kiramata's back in the studio. Huge thanks to Zeppos and all that they do. And go Cougs, guys.